INEC Chairman plans to introduce voter education in primary school. INEC Chairman Professor Josh Amuputan says we plan to introduce voter education in primary schools. Voter education what? So now, after primary schools in Nigeria learn all this, please, will it stop the corruption in the system? Will it stop you guys from hijacking votes? Will it stop voter fraud or you guys rigging the election? If it's not going to stop, this is a waste of knowledge. Yes, because you guys just want to stress students normally. You guys just want to stress them unnecessarily. And you guys to do the important thing, the priority, because this is not the main problem in Nigeria. You guys are just coming up with something that is not necessary. Imagine bringing voter education. Yes, voter education is good when the system is good, when the system is not corrupt, when election is free and fair.
For the first time, the Faculty of Law became the third best, University of Jos, became the third best university or faculty in Nigeria, based on NIAL's ranking as at that time. In addition to that, I was able to also work on proposals that led to a grant of $150,000 from the Carnegie Corporation of the US. And that was one of the major breakthroughs we had with Carnegie Corporation, leading to the establishment of an ICT, online legal research for lawyers, in the Faculty of Law, University of Jos. And that was the very first, not only in Nigeria, but in the whole of West Africa. Your Excellency, distinguished senators, I was appointed as a senior advocate of Nigeria in the year 2014, and also appointed as Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration in October 2022. The position I held up to this moment, if Your Excellency, distinguished senators, find me worthy of being appointed to this position, I will have to relinquish that position. And just to say, sir, with your permission, I've noticed that my Vice Chancellor is also here, sir, who was telling me this morning that just wondering how he's going to cope. But this is a higher responsibility. I also was appointed as the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council of Joseph Ayo Babalola University. The mission was to grow the university to become an Ivy institution that will be one of the best in Nigeria. That goal is being achieved. Your Excellency, professional experience, my legal career has been marked by substantial contribution to various facets of law. And I'm a member of the Nigerian Bar Association, International Bar Association, National Association of Law Teachers, and several others. I can see with respect that my CV speak to some of these points. More importantly, sir, I also want to report that I have also been part of the Parliament of Nigeria, the National Assembly. And I have participated severally in some of the very, very important institutional building policies, seminars organized by the National Assembly. Some of which, number one, I was a consultant to the 8th House of Representatives, and I was among those that tinkered and brought experts from all over the world to come and debate the very vociferous petroleum industry bill that had become a cankerworm that no successive parliament could deal with until we bifurcated and make the necessary recommendations. I was also privileged, Your Excellency, distinguished senators, to present the keynote address of the 8th House of Representatives during their second-year anniversary on the topic that is titled The Appraisal of Legislative Agenda of the 8th House of Representatives. And just to also say, with due respect, that there used to be an initiative of the National Assembly. They called them the initiatives. They had a dean. I had also presented a paper sometime in 2008 on politics and governance, the challenge of electoral reform. I was a member of the 8th House of Representative Committee on Law Reform, where I worked on, in collaboration with some experts put together by the National Assembly, to review and to reform over 500 legislations that then members picked up and sponsored as individual bills that eventually led to the amendment of some of those laws. I have also assisted in the harmonization of the 2018 Electoral Act under the auspices of NILS, now NIAS, where we try to harmonize the position of Senate as well as the House of Representatives. And after the harmonization, the bill was vetoed by the former president because it was considered to be very close to the election as at that time. Your Excellency, for now, that is the brief about who am I. We have further details in my CV. I've been board members, governing council members, but I don't want to bore you with all those details. I'm very grateful for this honor, sir.
The floor is open. Deputy Senate President.
Thank you, Mr. President, and my distinguished colleagues. First of all, let me congratulate the nominee for being so nominated by Mr. President. Mr. Chairman, I spent the whole of yesterday reading through this resume. And what I discovered is that the nominee has a wonderful pedigree, wonderful track record as contained in this document to occupy this office. And I went on to follow up with trying to substantiate, make sure that what I read, all what is contained here are true. And I asked questions, talked to some of the lecturers in the university. This is my friend. And everything was confirmed to be true. So he has the necessary track record and pedigree to my judgment. But I want to ask a question. INEC has, or everybody think of that, and it's true, that the ability of INEC to conduct credible elections, the ability, independence of INEC is sine qua non to achieving that. Independence for INEC is sine qua non to making sure that it has the ability to conduct free and fair elections. Now, going by your wonderful pedigree, showing that you are a man of integrity, someone who has the capability to occupy this office, how will you bring this to bear in making sure that your operations, your operational decisions, your policy decisions are not influenced by external forces? Please, just give me step-by-step description on how you can achieve this. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Every question must be concise. Only the Deputy Senate President has the latitude to ask extended questions. So, Prof, you have the paper. You have to note so that you can take as many questions as possible before you answer. But because of the person or the Deputy Senate President, please proceed and answer.